Good morning. Good afternoon. Or good evening. Wherever you might be. This is a Babi Actif page and you found us. So well done. If you found us on a web page, we've got the new web page you might be looking at. Well done. And if you've seen us before on YouTube and you're watching this again on replay, welcome back. As I say, my name's Natasha. This is the Tuesday morning session. It's a Tuesday morning session and it's just 6 weeks to 6 months postnatal. So of course we're looking at our posture, looking at our breathing, and these are the scarves that I use in the community sessions with the families. But I thought I'd use a couple of bits of equipment today that you will definitely have at home. So a scarf, a smile, and a chair. So if I just put that actually over there, I've got my music, I've got my timer, and I've got another timer somewhere, and I've got, there we are, I've got a little table set up here with a laptop so I can see hopefully what's going on. I've got a timer. Let's put that there for now. So yes, what we're doing today is some chair work, and we'll do some breathing work, some breathing practice for your Pilates. Have a drink ready. You don't need any specialist equipment, just a safe space where you are that's non-slip, comfortable clothing, and make sure you're feeling 100% fit and well. So really that's all you need to know. This is the chair that we'll start with. So I'm just going to set it up there. I've got a live viewing over, you can see that it's going through. So we're going to start off. Grab a pen and paper. Let's have a look what we got. Oh yes, you might need a cushion. Let's just start off at the edge of the chair. So sitting at the edge of the chair, bring your spine to the longest position you can think of. Remember, this is specifically for those who have just had their baby or returning to exercise after having a baby is complete beginners. So treating you as if you're still tender in places, and of course looking at restoring your posture. So just at the edge of the chair, feet flat on the floor, lengthen through the spine and just take your palms up. See if you can just gently rotate them up and down. Just to notice what's happening in the shoulder blade. When you do this, do you feel like you need to hunch your shoulders up to do it? Or does it feel tight anywhere? So just palms up and palms down, focusing on keeping the shoulder blades down in their sockets and sitting on those seat bones. You know, the seat bones, we've looked at them in previous videos. So really sitting consciously on the seat bones so that our spine isn't rolling and tucking under here. So lengthen through the spine. Let's take opposite arms. We'll just start off in the chair. We're going to do some toe taps up on the chair or marching next for those who want to do a very low impact, easier version today. Go gently, just march. And for those who want to do a little bit extra, you'll be tapping up on your chair. So you've still got time to get your chair. If you're watching on replay, you can go and grab a chair, put me on pause. That's it. Just easing through the shoulders. Let's just take those hands here and then just roll our body down. So take our body down. Just listening into what's happening around the neck, the shoulders. And then bracing those tummy muscles, so sense of working to draw those tummy muscles back here. So I'm going to do that again. This time I'm going to sweep my arms up and I'm going to take a dive. So definitely pulling you through the navel towards the spine here. No particular breathing pattern, just no holding breath. Just diving down. Round the shoulders here. And then take your arms around you. So if that felt like a really strong movement or there is any discomfort, just don't go all the way down next time. Reach up, spread your fingertips wide, drop the shoulders. Take a dive. You can open your legs a bit wider if you need to. Try and do this with some movement of control. Notice what's happening at the tummy Notice what's happening to the neck, palms turn to face forward. Rise up. Let's just take our palms up here and plug the sockets of the shoulders in. So I feel like you're plugging the shoulders in, then pulling them out. See if we can get a little bit of stretch through the side of the body. We're going to do that with our arms to the front now. So here, unplug the shoulders, plug the shoulders back, lengthen the spine. 2 more, unplug, kind of gently round, then back, ease them back into place. Check your posture. Notice how much taller you feel when they're plugged in. Last time. Keep those shoulders in place, and then just take your arms kind of for a march. See if you can keep those shoulders in place. Spread the fingers brightly. Well done for turning up today. As I say, we'll finish on the floor today, so you do need a scarf and a cushion. Take the arms out. This is the arm line we're going to take, if you want to, on a march. 2 more. Drop those shoulders. Feel the space between the ears and the shoulders. Lovely. And relax. Just roll those shoulders out. Up, back, down and round. Now if you're watching me on your phone, it'll be a little tiny person. So you can, of course, turn your phone or your tablet up to portrait, and that might get rid of these little lines. Feel like I'm pushing out the sides of these greyed out areas or blacked out areas. So that might help you if you're viewing. Turn it to portrait. If you're in landscape. Just 2 more. Up, back, down, around. Don't forget, I'd love to know who's watching, so please say hi. Say hi, let me know who's watching. Give me a little wave. Let me know how old your baby is. I'm just going to view the other side of the camera. I'm going to start tapping up. Good morning, Jess. Good morning, Jess. Well done for showing up. And well done for anyone else who's watching on replay and who doesn't say hello, because I know everybody wants to say hello on Facebook, but you don't have to say anything. You can even just give me some love with a heart. You can even give me some loves, or you can give me some hugs, or you can give me some thumbs up on the comments. You can do that, and then they come up on the messages. And of course, ask any questions anytime. So here's my chair. So what I'm just going to do is just give me a little bit of a side profile. So I hope you've got your chair ready. For me, I normally have mine stacked against something quite sturdy, particularly if you've got a slippy floor, so have a think about that. So you don't want to be sliding your chair into anything. For me, I am okay with the chair here on the sticky mat. All right, so let's get our first little minute done. You have a choice. So I can put my tablet actually on here for this, I think. All right, so first minute, sharing the tablet with your children means you get these random cartoons coming up and things you have to shut down. That's the family tablet. Okay, so I've got a stopwatch on there. So what I'm going to do, I think you can still see me, is just march. Do you see how we have those swinging arms just a minute in the chair? I want you to keep your arms in that position if you're doing the march. Work on elongating the spine here and coming away from this kyphotic position. So really just allow yourself to be there for a full minute, and that actually works the spine quite hard if you're not used to it, especially if you're a new mum or you've got back issues. So marching is a minute. You can do your long arm version there. I'm going to move myself forward. I can see I'm slightly at the edge of your view. So that long arm that we had, push it right back and pick your knees up as much as you like for a minute. If you're a bit further along in your postnatal journey, you've already done lots of power walks, feeling quite strong, very healed up. Let's take yourself up to a tap. You can either tap with your foot at the edge of the chair, or you can put your whole foot down if you're looking for a little bit more of a challenge today. So that would mean not looking at the chair and then putting your whole foot down onto the chair. Now I'm going to take the tap up option, so I've got my tablet on there, and I'm also going to take a lateral raise. It's not fast. March, lateral raise, step ups, your turn. Go. So I'm doing that. We're going to have a go at the Pilates breath after we've done a couple of little exercises using our chair. I might need to scoot a bit more forward, keep going. So that posture that we just checked in the chair, it's the same as when we're standing. Shoulders are in their pockets, so if your arms are going forwards and back, we're doing a forwards and back. your arms are staying close to the body, and you're driving through the little pinky finger behind you. Can you feel it? Your tricep saying hello. Try not to look at the chair, and don't worry about your speed. Take your thumbs up as high as they go on that one. Or if you're staying here, try that one. Your choice. Should be getting warmer. 1 minute. That was a minute. Feeling good? Let's have a little bit of a movement. I'm just going to move away from my chair. Take the hips around. So I'm kind of doing a big C shape. Yeah, you can still see me from here, so it's looking good. A couple more of these and we'll move to our next exercise on the chair. This is where you need a cushion or a ball, or you can even use a small teddy. Now, I've laid out the studio as if it's like a sort of play den. It's got some of my toys in it, some kids' toys in it. So I've got things handy for what I need for my sessions. So you could have a little teddy for this one. Just going to throw it in the air. Smaller the object, the more challenging it is. Okay, so this one is a sit to stand in your chair. I'll turn around to face you. What I want you to do is not look at the chair. Sit back down, throw, sit, throw. If it feels too uncomfortable anywhere along the length of your spine with the throw, just avoid the throw. Okay, let's do a minute. Here we go. So just notice what's happening in your body. Notice the arms are coming out of the sockets now. You're giving them freedom to move. We're not focused on keeping our arms in a certain place, our shoulders in the shoulder placement that we use for our Pilates. So arms are free to go. So you've got a ball, might be a bit bouncy with the ball. Mine, Baby. Where's Baby? You can count me, Baby likes that. And then what we'll do is we'll start to integrate some pelvic floor work, because you know this movement now, you can do all this without looking at the chair, of course. Fabulous. We're going to start to think about pelvic floor. So remember that we're saying hello to those muscles. So I want you to just start to pull the muscles upwards and inwards as you stand up and throw. Relax, up and in. And just notice where that action is happening. Last one. And relax. Well done. We'll do another minute of those after. Feeling good? All right, we're on time. So we've got little tap ups. Aha, here's your scarf exercise. So put Teddy down, sitting at the edge of the chair. If it's stretchy or slidey, it might help. So sit yourself up at the edge of the chair, and then what we're going to do is release our arms and then pull our arms. Now this isn't a stretchy band. If you've got one, use one. I'm just using a scarf and I can feel traction. My muscles contracting as I pull my leg, my arms with a tension through the foot of my leg and pull, release, pull. So as you can see, scarf is just kind of falling off my foot as it relaxes, and then there's tension. I'm just going to do 10 each side. Roll your shoulders, sit onto those sitting bones. You might want to lift the flesh out of there so that you've definitely lifted up the spine. You're not sitting there, definitely sitting here. Working on those muscles that keep us upright, that get very lazy during our pregnancy. Okay, so just have a go. Yeah, have a go. Ready? Pull, release. So feel the muscles in the forearm working. If you've got a stretchy band, your elbows are going to come to a 90 degree. They're going to come all the way back. Okay, we're just doing a short little posture exercise, squeezing those shoulder blades. Good, I'm going to do just 3 more. And keep lifting my chest. Really good control on the spine, last one. And just feel how hard the muscles had to work to sit up in that exercise. So we'll just show today's demonstration that even if you don't have something stretchy, this is still effective. You'll still feel that you've got some effort. If you feel you want to keep your legs wider, keep them wider. So they keep mine narrow. Squeezing gently, I can feel it more on my right side. So I'm just going to do 3 more. Just to give you an idea of how those muscles are working, and that you keep breathing through that rhythm. I think that was an extra one. I'm definitely warm. Okay, I'm going to open my window. I'm going to dump my scarf back on there. You feel a little bit niggly there? Roll your shoulders up, back, down and round. Well done. Got some sunshine now. We're getting warmer. Getting warmer. All right. So let's go back to that squat now. Continue with our little fitness warm up. So we'll work here as we just have done with the pelvic floor integrated into the movement. So pelvic floor exercises are of course essential, not just for your postnatal stage, but for the rest of your life, which of course, if you've had a baby, you are postnatal for the rest of your life, not just this year. So your body, your pelvis is a postnatal body from now on, and all adults, muscles get weak, muscles slowly degenerate from points on your lifeline, usually somewhere between your 30s and 40s. Muscle tone starts to decline, so we have to create new muscle, and it's exactly the same for your biceps as it is for your pelvic floors. So what we want you to do is have a think about your upwards and inwards action today, just as we throw. So relax here, then throw, and then feel like you're drawing everything up and gathering it into your middle, that third hole along your pelvic floors. Quick assist from Jenny this morning. So thinking about how they work, how the sphincters are, excuse me. Sorry about that. That's highly amusing. Sorry about that. And so as we were with Jenny, so you've got the focus on your body and how it works here. I hope that's clear. We have touched on this before in our other little sessions, so go all the way back to the beginning and have a little look through and talk about pelvic floor. But here, what you're going to feel is some action squeezing upwards and inwards in here, these sphincters. And wherever you feel it, it's just okay, doesn't matter. We're just working on having a conversation with that area so that we can get you coordinated in that space again. Okay, so think about upwards and inwards and where that's coming from. Should we do a minute? Here we go. So we're going. So relax and then squeeze. And if you've done pelvic floor training before and you think you want to integrate some of that instead, more familiar with some work that you've been doing, then do that, please. I have the traditional Kegels, but there are, of course, other ways to think about your body working as well. So just drawing upwards and inwards and letting go here if you can. Letting go, drawing upwards and inwards. Letting go onto the chair and then doing some work. Halfway. Fabulous. So for those who want to work a little bit harder now, what you can do is just sit. You're just going to touch the chair, but you change your mind. Okay. Same use of pelvic floor. Just checking the time. Couple more. Relax. Relax and then on. Maybe one more. Well done. That was your minute. Then we're definitely feeling warmed up. I want to do. Aha. Let's put this guy down. I want to do a little bit more of your squatting now. Okay, and this time I want to do a little bit wider if you can, or come narrow if it's just feeling a bit tricky for you today. Straight up onto our calves. Using the arms for this one, you don't need a chair. Standing up as tall as you can. What we're going to do, excuse me. Here we go. So coming up onto your toes and coming down. So coming up onto your toes and then coming down. We're going to clap here. So what I've done is kept my shoulders in their placement and tried to keep my back as straight as I can. I'm just going to do 10 of these, and then for those who want to, come up onto their toes. So clap, drop your shoulders to squat, and then come up. And the idea of this is that I'm just giving you a really good chance to bend into those knees, into those hips. Really working on your shoulder placement, shoulders staying down in the sockets there, not coming up to the ears. Should we just do 8 more? Flow of breath is continuous. So come down, clap, Do pelvic floor work if it feels natural. Spread the fingers. Notice your breathing here. Notice what's happening to your mind in the sense of where you need to focus on your body to keep this movement going. So I'm really having to focus on not over coming too high onto my toes. So I'm going to do 4. So that's control for me. It might be precision for you and coordination here, where you're really trying to get your hands to meet, keep the shoulders in place. So 3. And then if I want to activate pelvic floor, do the work. It's there on the clap, releasing down to the bottom of the clap. Into the clap, release pelvic floor there, last one. Long tall spine, release pelvic floor, well done. Shoulder roll, ladies, your warm up is done. Warming up. Essential before you do the stretches, of course, part of your mobility. And when we start exercising again, so let's just get rid of the chair, checking in on the time, we're doing great. And then we are, excuse me, happens on a live, you have to check messages in case they're urgent. Okay, so I'm back in now, you can see me. I'm having a quick drink of water, we've done a bit of a warm up, we're really focused on our shoulders, our upper back. So our next section is with a scarf. We'll do the Pilates breath and we'll start to work into some balance as well. Before we go down onto the floor. So have a think about your scarf, and then we'll go through the Pilates breath. So if you know the Pilates breath, this is a great revision for you. I'm going to just focus on a full breath, full cycles of breath. And then I'm going to get you to explore what happens to your pelvic floor here when you breathe just normally. And then we'll work with the pelvic floor awareness into the Pilates breath. So you can wrap your scarf under your arms, anywhere it feels like it's got some real tension through the body. It feels like it's kind of giving you a hug on your back body. So that's I mean, it's quite high up. See how you feel on your body. And what I want you to do is just take 3 regular breaths and notice what's happening to the pelvic floor as you breathe. Now I want these to be really full belly breaths, so I want them to come quite open in here, whereas that's opposite to the Pilates breath, isn't it? So let's just breathe regularly with a yoga belly breath. Breathing in, breathing out. Notice where the breath is happening in the rib cage, breathing in and breathing out. I really have to let my pelvic floor muscles go here because they're held on quite tightly in my line of work for over 20 years working on these muscles. They can over react. So that's breathing in and that's breathing out. So what I just noticed is that I was holding quite a lot of tension in my pelvic floors. So when I was breathing in, they didn't want to relax, which is what should be happening when you breathe in. So when you breathe in, everything in the whole of your Peppa Pig, in your breathing system comes into play. So pelvic floor as well. So if this is your belly button, and this is your pelvic floors, and this is like your throat, and you can see all the breath comes in. So as it comes in, pelvic floors descend, and then as you breathe out, the air is coming out of your body and causing the diaphragm to shrink slightly, so there's expansion. I'm going to do that one more time, just checking with my own pelvic floor, drop my shoulders. It's a very subtle movement. People, sometimes when you do this breathing exercise, people think that the pelvic floor is going to come up that much. It's not. It may even come down to what feels that much, but the rest of your belly will feel that it's doing most of the work. So it might be a small drop to there in the pelvic floor. Does that make sense? So when we work with the Pilates breath, let's go back to that. We'll see if we can stop the belly popping out. And just observe the pelvic floor. Let's just do 2 rounds. So inhale, remember you can pull that tight to feel the expansion in the rib cage and through the back body, the diaphragm. And then you can feel here if there's any pushing underneath the hand, because we're trying to use our transverse abdominal muscles, which are underneath the rectus abdominis, of course, on the front of the abdomen, and we're trying to hold those back even as we breathe in this time. So let's have a go. Observe pelvic floor. One more. Excellent effort. Loads to concentrate on. So that was our snippet of revision on pelvic floor, breathing, Pilates method. I hope that's given you some food for thought and hope that's brought some awareness into this section. Okay, so let's do this exercise. So let's go back a bit so we've got enough time to keep the music playing there. Let's go back a bit with the band or your scarf or belt. What we're going to do is lift our hands up. Okay, and as we're lifting our hands up, we're going to lift down our knee to meet us there. And what we're doing is standing very tall. So if you've done yoga, it's mountain pose. If you've done Pilates, we're really rooting down the feet here, grounding into the feet so we feel very level and tall. So check your pelvic area for some movement. You've got a little bit of movement there. Get some circles. Relax the tummy muscles. Drop your shoulders. Let's put them up, back, down and round. So take your arms here. If you've got better range, you can go all the way to the top and then bring your knee up to meet you. If you feel like you can do the Pilates breath, that would be a breath out. This is in. Some people think that just doing a breath out when they're doing the Pilates is Pilates work, but of course it's not. So if you're at the stage of being a person who's regularly pre-pregnancy in the gym or doing some regular fitness classes, and we do teach, a good fitness instructor will teach exhale on exertion. If you've got that message and you're able to breathe just like that, that will be enough. If you're looking to do the Pilates breath, we'll be doing the 3 points of that breath. So we'd be expanding at the rib cage, pulling in at the centre, the umbilicus, and then pelvic floor would be drawing up naturally and inwards with you on those points. So let's just work with where you are. So it doesn't matter if you haven't done Pilates before. It doesn't matter if you don't work with the breath as evenly, as smoothly as somebody who has lots of experience. The important thing is that you're keeping your posture here, which is what we worked with at the beginning. Put those shoulders in those pockets. So working with your arms way above your head is going to be more intense. So bring it to shoulder level and check in with your balance. This is your balance work with your posture work. So what I'm going to do is give you a little wiggle here, give you a little break. You've had a little play around with this. You've searched the body, scanned the body with your mind's eye for tension and for posture. You know when you're feeling like you're a bit slumped, you're not in good posture when you're moving, and you know when you feel that your posture is more supportively aligned. Okay, so let's just get ourselves into that supportively aligned posture. Spread our toes, lengthen through the spine, crown on the top of the head. What we'll work with here is lifting and lowering the band to your favourite height position. Gentle grip on the band, arms can be as wide as you like, and we'll try and meet the knee with an out breath. Okay, and we'll just do 10 each leg. I might stop you in the middle and correct, give you time to focus on your breath. Relax everything. Inhale, 1. Your rhythm is the best rhythm. 2, lift that knee up. Try if your knee to about hip height. If it feels wobbly, point to the floor. 4, can point to the floor. 6, you can take your arms up and down as much as you like. 7, big smiles. 8, 'If you're feeling like you need to stop and correct your posture, have a fidget. Let's do 8 more. 8, 7. Look for the control in this movement. Look for flow. Maybe some grace and some ease. You're doing fantastic. 4 more. Big smiles and you're done. Well done. Let's ragdoll that out. Excellent work. So really worked on your balance there. And of course you just worked very well into the upper thoracic spine, upper trapezius muscles, rhomboids between the shoulder blades, all those muscles that feel very long and loose with our weakened posture. So well done for keeping yourselves upright, trying to draw your shoulder blades back up together and giving that neck some support. Well done. Okay. You're doing fantastic. So what I would like you to do is think about the exercise that we're revisiting the exercise, one of them that we've done for quite some time. So it's standing on one leg and it's a lift and a lower. So you can point and then come back as a complete beginner. That will be enough. And you can take your arm here and then you could take your leg to meet your hand. So if you want to, you could use some traction. If you did that, if you gently pulled that on your band, your belt, you would feel that your arm would be kept in a better line there. So can you see that I'm trying to keep my arm, I'd like a dolly. If you've got children, bigger children, look down a dolly's arm and you'll see the alignment of the dolly. The old-fashioned action men and the Cindy dolls, they're great. I keep threatening to get one to use as demos in here and I still haven't got it. My daughter tends to do her hair and give her tattoos. So I must have to look for one that looks slightly better presented perhaps. So with your alignment here, you can use the belt as a guide. And you're really going to feel again that shoulder holding its position within your back and the back muscles drawing your arm down into the back latissimus dorsi muscles. And of course, on your obliques. So have a go at this. If you're feeling like you remember this exercise, you've done it before, I want you to remember the buoyancy on the supporting leg and I want you to take your leg, keep your toe facing front and take your arm a lot higher. And that's the exercise. Use the out breath on the effort. And if you feel like you want to use some Pilates breathing in there, have a go. Standing really, really tall. Let's lengthen the spine. I'm going to start at the top of the movement here and I'm just going to do 8. Breathing in, drop your shoulder. See if you can blow out without a sound. Lengthen yourself up tall. You can feel these tummy muscles here if they're need doming. Just want to work on pulling those muscles towards the spine as you breathe out. Let's do 2 more. Reach higher if you can. Really long through the body. So I'm really working hard on trying to keep my neck very well supported on that. See how you feel on the other side. Just practice a lift and lower to start with and see where your arm is. See if you can shift your weight and get the work happening along this side of the body and really driving down into that ankle, the knee and the hip, feeling tall. We're nearly done, by the way. Next section's on the floor. You're doing fantastic. So take your arm line where you want to, more advanced, higher. Drop your shoulders and then take yourself into your lift. Wonderful movement. Are you ready? Let's do 8. Inhale to prepare. 1, 2. Checking the balance, see wobble there. 3, 4, 5, 6, more challenging for me on this side. 7. Lots of focus, well done. Take your band to the front. It's a little row. No Pilates breath here, just freedom and flow. Just rowing gently, take the arms where they want to go. Lead with the back arm, pull the back arm behind, front arm to follow. Notice any doming happening at the front as you mildly twist. Two more. Pull that arm behind you, ladies. Each side. Exhale there. You know how to do it. Last one. And then take this band all the way up. Hold it up at the top. Take one hand. Pull your hand to the extend, the length of your band, sorry, extend it as far as the hand will go, give you more range, and rotate here. Relax, shoulder roll, easing out that tension from the weekend. Look to the side, look to the centre, look to the other side, look to the centre. Take the hands here, and take the other hand up. So just feeling what's happening. Observe the wrists as flat on the supporting hand, keeping that shoulder place very steady. And I feel sore on this side. We'll do one more. Mind your hair. Really opening up your shoulder girdle there for you. Ease that out. Take it forward. And then take it back. Well done. Fabulous. So you've completed quite a bit of exercise already, and you will notice how that feels. You'll feel that you have more freedom in your range of movement on the upper thoracic spine. So particularly if you're starting to go out and about in the car now as we ease out of lockdown, you'll start to notice that when you're reversing, you'll have more range from those movements, that gentle twisting, and you'll have more range, pulling your seatbelt around you, and of course putting baby into the car seat. You'll have a little bit more power coming from the rotational muscles on your torso. So working on your posture and that strength again to create a strong back for you. Well done. Good effort on the balance. Grab a quick drink. I'm going to put my bands on the floor, check my notes, and then I think we're going down onto the floor for the last exercise. So we're going to do an overhead pull with a band or a pillow. The arm line will be like that, and we'll use one lever, a leg as well. So grab a quick drink, and then I'll do a Pilates roll down with you. If you're on the floor already, maybe you already know how to do some bridges, maybe you know some gentle hamstring stretches, knees onto the chest. You could also do that right now whilst we prepare. Cheers. See if I've got any more people commenting. We're doing good. You should have a good view there. Lighting set up today with the tablet I'm looking at over there. I forgot to do my roll downs here. I said I was going to do roll downs. Let's do it. Let's do 2. Standing at the edge of your mat. Drop your shoulders, a roll down. Feet placement feels good, natural. Chin to chest. So let's do this to give ourselves that lovely length in the spine. Chin to chest. Drop the arms. There we go. Notice that you can bend the legs really generously here. Just notice where your tightness is in the back. I hope you're enjoying this session today. I'm really opening up on the lower back there. Oh, that feels good. Just go down to where it feels comfortable. Draw navel to spine on the way back up. If you do yoga, you'll be drawing those banders in. If you're doing Pilates, you're just thinking about working on the front body to support the back body. Same as in the gym sessions. Muscles at the front support the back body. So one more, this time I'm going to come a lot lower down to reach the floor with my hands spread really brightly like this. So copy that. Bend at the knee generously here. Feel the muscles lengthening. Feel the buttocks lengthening here. Feel the pelvic floor relax if you can. And the tummy muscles switching on somewhere. Soften down here. Look for the softness. Slowly come down. Enjoy this movement. Onto hands and knees. A little bit of a hip wiggle. Enjoy the movement there. Just roll the ankles. And what we're going to do is come straight onto our back. So let's just enjoy a little moment here to rest before we go there. You can reach your arms as long and far away from your body as you like. If you can't quite get there, open the legs wider, or if you feel that you can and you prefer this version, take the legs narrow. Rest your hands on 2 potatoes. 1 potato. Just take some reflection time here. Maybe take 3 breaths to yourself. You've got pillow. Take 3 breaths. 3 cycles of breath. Relax your tummy muscles and let go for 3 breaths. Gently bringing the hands towards the space next to the head and slowly curling up. So if you can do it like a snail, as slow as possible. Begin to focus on that posture like we did before. Drop your shoulders, lift your chest. Sit yourself back up. If you're not happy on your knees, come straight back onto your back for me. Well done. You can bring a cushion with you if you like, or you can bring your belt. If you're a little bit more further along and feeling quite strong, you could use a dumbbell for this exercise if you like. So, the exercise is the pullover. So what we're doing is pulling over. If you're using a dumbbell, it'll be that motion, or pulling the band over the belt. We're going to do that, and we're going to really focus on drawing the tummy muscles towards the spine as we do that. So on that out breath, inhaling wide, and then exhaling, cinching the muscles towards the belly button and seeing what happens, being an observer today for those who are a bit more Pilates experienced. Complete beginners, enjoy the movement. If your arms get tired, you don't have to take them over your head. So for here, roll down to the side as if you just had the baby. Better position for you, particularly if you've got lower back, weakness considerations. And of course, if you've just had baby, we still behave as if we're pregnant when we move. Give ourselves that rest in that 4th trimester. There's no need to do any heavy forward flexion action there. So I'm just checking you can still see me on the floor. I think you can. You can a bit. Just bring one knee onto the chest. Flex and point the toe. Take your hand underneath the leg. Flex and point. Check your neck is long here. And just maybe take it side to side like we did before. Feel the shoulders pulling towards the ground. Well done so far. Oh, excuse me, it's so relaxing when doing the stretches. Here the leg can go up. Just give a little gentle pull towards you and notice how that feels with your chin. Your jaw, what happens underneath. What we're going to do is take that leg lower. So put your hands on the floor, or if you want to check your tummy, put your hands on your tummy and just lift it lower. And see if you can use that element of control. So one of the Pilates principles is control. If you're a dancing background type person, you could paintbrush your foot. So I call it paintbrushing. It's like kind of stroking the paintbrush up and then down. And seeing what happens to the hips. So let's try it on the other side. I started over here first. I did a bit of pointing and flexing. And it feels very relaxing. she says. Ooh, excuse me. And then turn your head to the side. Let your buttocks relax here. Your hips and relaxing, let your neck relax. Notice the softness in your belly here as you rest. Then we come underneath. And then we take it up. A little bit of a tug. Check that jaw. Lengthen through the back of the neck. And then we try and control the leg down. So here, you could even go as far as just poking into the hip. Relax those shoulders down into their sockets. We're really aware now of our upper body posture because we've drawn our focus and attention to that this morning, this session. Maybe one or two more. Notice where you feel the effort here. Notice where you feel the goodness. Lots of control. You don't have to take it this high, remember, your range is the best range. Let's bring those feet here. Drop the knees in together for a moment. If you need to yawn again, excuse me, have a yawn. So what we're going to do is choose your effort level. So do you want to use the band, just like we did in our standing work? I had the band and I pulled it down. And as I did that, I pulled my knee towards me and then I worked on scooping through the tummy muscles. So we're going to have a go at that, but instead of bending the knee as we did when we were standing, oh, a little bit of a kick behind me there, I was, instead of bending the knee, which is what we did to work on our balance and lift the leg, you can take your feet apart now, knees apart. You can take that leg out and then you can lift the leg towards you. And then take it down. Now, I would say that is a challenging movement in terms of coordination and control. So if you want to use just the legs and work with the breathing, so just the pointing, inhaling and exhaling, that might be enough for you, particularly at this stage of the workouts. We've done quite a lot of focus on your back and your breathing. That will be enough. And we've got enough time to do 8 at least on each side. So we'll work for 8, we'll see how we feel then. And we're looking at quality, not quantity. So look at the way you move with your mind's eye or with your third ear. Check into the body, separate those shoulder blades. And if you just want to use one leg extended today and really work on this area again, scooping the muscles away from the belly, she says. Do you remember a few weeks ago we had an item on the tummy as well, which helped us to control whether or not we were breathing in the belly and opening up or doming along the midline. So you could put something on your tummy. You wanted to check that if you were working that way. Yeah. Make your decision. I'm going to take the most advanced option, which is the leg and the arm. So let's do 8. This is the start position for leg and arm. So choose your position. Music might stop. Inhale. Neck is long. 3. I'm really working on drawing those muscles in towards the spine. 4. Control it down. 3 more. Try to keep the opposite knee pointing to the ceiling if you can. Bit more control needed for me. Trying to synchronise my arms and my legs together. Maybe you're just trying to synchronise your breath somewhere. Work on that for me, please. Excellent. I really felt that in lots of places. I hope you did. Let's have a relax here, ladies. Well done. Bit of a swish swish will do nicely, thank you. It's the same again when you're on the other side. Excuse me, going on the other side. And then I have to say I had a heavy night with my 8-year-old. She was very, very exhausted yesterday, so we had quite a late night. Right, nearly there. Start yourself. yourselves with your hands above here. Feel your shoulder placement, legs and your neck. Smile, turn the lips up at the corners of your mouth. Extend your opposite leg out. Put that foot flat on the floor. Inhale to prepare. Leg lift or arms coming toward you on a pullover, your choice. Here we go. Exhale. Three. Lovely concentration. Let's work on control. 4. Inhaling into the ribcage. Don't forget to just exhale with that movement. That's the best thing you can do here. I'm going to do one more. And I'm going to rest it there. Drop your equipment to the side. Well done. Take your legs a little bit further to the side. Step apart. I'm laughing because I've got 2 more classes to teach today. Okay, roll over to the side. Push yourself up. Grab yourselves your band. And then what I would do is prop myself up on a cushion for this section, just whilst I do a little bit of a stretch. I'd advise anybody to sit on a cushion to just take the most comfortable way to stretch. There's no need to make your stretch sequences feel uncomfortable. I'm going to do things in life with the mindset of ease and flow. Always looking towards making things comfortable for ourselves. We have many challenges as mums, and unless we're particularly focused on a specific challenging goal that you might have, I'm thinking further ahead in the future, why don't we just allow ourselves to just explore ease and grace, softness. So just bring your legs forward, perched at the edge of your cushion, and take your legs a little bit wide. See how they feel today. Sit on your sitting bones. Remember those 2 pointy bones sitting down on the bottom of our pelvis. Sit on them and that will erect your spine. And then just bring the band to the edge of your feet, your belt, and just lift your chest and begin to tap into that squareness and just feel how much you've improved your posture just in the last as part of an hour. Just lift the chest. Notice the legs. If you need to bend the legs, that's fine, bend the legs. Just breathe here, drop your shoulders. Thank you for joining me today. We love to know your comments. Take it into one hand, roll your shoulder. You can bring your legs closer together if you feel like it. I'm going to keep mine about there. And if you want to, you can make this bigger, but try and keep square here. Notice what's happening in the spine, a bit of movement side to side. I'm going to take that finger, I'm going to try and turn it around. Maybe look, lift the chest, touch down to the floor, bring it back round. You can do all of that with just the shoulder rolls. This is the last move. This side will be different, it will feel different. Lift up, square off, sit onto your sitting bones. Use the support from this. This is giving you loads of support. It's keeping you erect in your spine, using all the muscles around your back. Roll the shoulder. This might be enough for you today. If you're just returning to exercise after having your baby, definitely stay here. Yeah, you know how to love your body, you know how to move your body. Make it a bit bigger. Ooh, I can really feel that. I really had to sink down on this side to get there. Well done today. Drop your equipment. Give yourselves a little shake. You rock side to side. You're done. Thank you so much for joining me, live or on replay. Well done. I'm going to move forward to taking this video to an end. I'd love to know how you got on. What was the best bit of the video for you today? What was the best bit of the sequence for you today, Jess? what's the best bit, which brought you the most benefit. I'll see you next time. I'm here on Friday, 10:30, for an advanced postnatal fitness Pilates session. It's 10:30 Friday morning with me. See you next time. Bye for now.